how is your inner child speaking? If it's speaking at all, do you allow your inner child to express itself, to express everything that is within you? It could be related to the shadow energy too, but so interesting to see these pages. So like I said, I think this is a lot really, I don't see this necessarily as outside child influence. I'm really seeing this as your inner child, because especially you see these two pages, and in the middle is this 5 of coins. Hi Libras, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. Whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Messages that popped out right at the beginning while I was clearing your cards. You were at the bottom of the deck, dear Libras, with justice. A big theme of balancing your light and your shadow. There was also a very strong message of magical child energy and pondering the question of how you experience yourself when you're alone. And then on a deeper level, what does alone mean to you? Does alone equate to loneliness, or does alone equate to empowerment? So there is something here when it comes to that balance of making sure when you do have that time of being alone, that you're actually alone, that you're actually focused in on you, the magic within you, what you desire, what that child, inner child in you wants to do to feel alive. Like I got this image with the magical child when I was a kid. I used to go in the backyard and I'd make perfumes and I just take, stuff from the garden and put it in this watering bucket, this tin watering bucket, and like mash it up, and I'd pretend that I was selling perfumes in the alleyway of where my house was. And so there's something here when it comes to igniting that passion. Like there's something in you that you're really passionate about that you've been very timid of expressing. And I think too it's because like of validation. And if you go to the New Moon Pisces reading that I uploaded, the core collective root, because it's a collective reading, for us as a collective is that inquisition, persecution, deep-rooted energy of shame, guilt, and fear. The power and control that the haves have over the have-nots is all rooted in the ability to utilize guilt, shame, and fear. And that's what your personal shadow uses to keep you as well suppressed, really. Okay, so there's something here you're suppressing. There's something here that you don't feel like you can share with the world, that you so really want to, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. This is a card that's saying if you don't pursue it, you're never going to know. So whatever that is for you, Libras, bringing your life into balance is going to come from making sure, because you're an air sign, we're in the Aquarian age, and that, communal communication, social media, like all that stuff, the only way we're going to get to it is by completely unplugging and spending that time to get to know ourselves within and express ourselves in the way that we want to. Again, without the persecution, without the judgment, without the fear. And also like a big part of that reading was that judgment. Oh yeah, this is going to unlock so much for you. Having control of those intrusive thoughts too, really important. Being disciplined with your thinking, with your communication, and you just have to go out there. You can't hold back. This is a card that tells you do not hold back, all right? Both are ruled by Virgo too, which is very interesting. This could have something to do with a Virgo in your life. See what house Virgo rules, see what any planets that Virgo rules in your chart. There could be a really important message when it comes to this block. Like for instance, your Saturn could be in Virgo. But something just very powerful that you are only going to find this balance by going within. Okay. So that shadow work journal, I always talk about it. It's linked in my link tree. Yeah. Unplugging. This is what shifts your finances. It's not, and unplugging isn't, like I said, it's not doom scrolling. Like that's, trust me, I'm a victim of the doom scrolling. When I want to unplug, it's like you're not unplugging by plugging into the collective. That's the literal opposite of unplugging, okay? And that's where your finances shift. That's where energetically, your vibration lifts. You have more energy. You have more clarity with your thoughts. There's just a lot here to that. So I am excited to see what we got for dear Libras. Okay. Yeah, having control over those thoughts is like this. So again, this transformation, the transformation's coming from within. The calls coming from within the house is really that message when I saw that King of Swords, because it's like you have to have control over those intrusive thoughts. So remember, check out your Saturn placement. Here's an example. I actually gave it to either Leo or Virgo. I can't remember. So my Saturn placement is in Scorpio. And one of the things about Saturn and Scorpio is that you automatically think the worst. Or if you think the best, like you have this wonderful, optimistic, light, airy energy, something pops in there and is like, but this could happen. And it's the most insane, improbable thing to happen. But it gets control of you and it holds you back. And if it doesn't hold you back, you're just thinking about it. So there's something here to a transformation in that regard. So remember, check out your Pluto placement, check out your Saturn placement, and getting those intrusive thoughts to stop having control of you. And you might not see the influence that outside influences have on these intrusive thoughts until you get to the root of it within, okay? Look at you popping out again. Yeah, it's something related to victimhood and poverty consciousness. Okay. Energy from last week coming into this week. Justice, bringing your life into balance. This is you, Libra, you coming in. And this is a very powerful energy. Major arcana are collective energy. So it could be something related to balance in the collective or in like where you work, in your family. But this is something where it's giving you some clarity for understanding cause and effect, for really understanding fairness and responsibility and looking for ways to bring your life into balance. I also suggest you look at your polar natal sign, especially when it comes to your rising, your moon, and your sun, and see how you can incorporate that, that polar influence. So I think for you, it's Aries. And so look at, the benefits of Aries energy: bold, confident, assertive, passionate, right? Like takes charge and is ready to just go forward. All right. There's something to, and also too, though, like the shadow, attributes of your polar natal for your sun, moon, and rising, because, sometimes we need to slow down. Sometimes we do need to like get grounded. And so there's something here, like think about it with, energetically, fire and wind. So like fire, unfortunately, like with fire, the wind can cause a wildfire and blow it out of control. And so there is something here to understanding the duality of your sun and polar natal, and also the elements and how those elements work together. Okay. All right, 5 of coins. This is feeling left out in the cold. So this, like I said, there's something here to either wanting this balance or seeing something related to justice that's pulling you back into shadow energy. So the 5 of coins is ruled by Mercury and Taurus, but this is worry, insecurity, and feeling left out in the cold, feeling like somebody else needs to save us instead of us saving ourselves. I'm a Pisces. Victimhood is a big, strong message when it comes to shadow energy for Pisces. So I understand this completely. But the light comes from within. Every time you're giving your power to thinking somebody else needs to save you, you're giving away your power. And so you have to turn around and realize you have all the answers you need within inside. Somebody else doesn't need to do this. You need to do it. So if there is this lack of empowerment, you have to remember the light comes from within. Page of Cups next week. I love seeing this because this is that inner child. This is that nurturing fulfillment. So we'll see how this is clarified, because this could go 2 ways. This could go for you allowing yourself to enjoy the simple pleasures of life because you're feeling empowered, or it could be the polar opposite of diving into escapism. So we're going to see how this plays out, because seeing the Page of Coins after the seeing the Page of Cups after the 5 of Coins makes me think that this could be the shadow side of that. But we are going to get into it. Pages 2 are also children. This is ruled by fall, so it could be the energy of a child coming into your life in the fall. It can be, again, like something that is going to fulfill you emotionally at that inner child level that comes in the fall. So let's just get these clarified. All right, why is justice here for Libra's energy from last week coming into this week? All right. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that inner child is very prominent. Faith card at the bottom, Taurus. So more Taurus energy, Mercury in Taurus, staying grounded, staying in love. That's a big part of this too, is making sure to stay in love. And that love has to come from within. But this is practicing what you preach. And so there's seeing this on the bottom of the deck with the Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords is forceful communication. It's like that child who has never heard that demands to be heard. And it could also be suppressing that child who wants to be heard, right? Because like you are a card of keeping the peace, if you will. And so there's something here where you learning how to express yourself in a manner that isn't forceful, that comes from empowerment. But it really is related to putting your beliefs into practice. And that comes with your communication. How are you speaking? How is your inner child speaking? If it's speaking at all, do you allow your inner child to express itself, to express everything that is within you? It could be related to the shadow energy too, but so interesting to see these pages. So like I said, I think this is a lot really, I don't see this necessarily as outside child influence. I'm really seeing this as your inner child, because especially you see these two pages and in the middle is this 5 of coins. Okay, so please, that shadow work journal, I'm telling you, it's life-changing. Let's clarify this 5 of coins. Why is the 5 of coins here for Libras? 5 of coins. The balance is going to come from within, Libras, okay? And like I said, it's something with you expressing yourself. Like I'm really getting that you're not expressing something, you're not, and it's related to something you're passionate about. It's related to something creative that like you've been holding back, and that holding back is building up this insecurity, this worry, and then that's affecting your finances too. All right, why is the 5 of coins here for Libras? It's interesting that this doesn't want to come out. Like I said, like this is an energy of feeling like you want it to come out, but interesting. You want it to come out, but you are almost scared. All right. 4 of Swords. Again, so much communication. This is unplugging. All right. This is ruled by Jupiter and Libra. Hello. So that expansion that you're looking for, that expansion that you're craving, it comes from you being alone. There's something here to you unplugging from everything and getting back to you. All right. You like to be a part of community. You like to be social. You like to, you just got to unplug. I'm just getting a really strong message to unplug. Okay. And like I said, unplugging is you not on social media, not, enjoying yourself at like a community event. Like this is literally like you alone with your thoughts and transmuting that 5 of coins energy from within. All right, Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups? Well, that was easy. Why? Okay, yep, that's all I needed to see. Also at the bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands. The actual definition of this 4 of Wands is ruled by Venus and Aries. So again, like I said, that polar natal energy of Aries connected to love. There's something here with your shadow, with love and your polar natal sign. But the meaning of this is success, celebration, marriage, and celebrating yourself and the accomplishments of others. But with this deck, the main part of this is how you perceive your reality. Do you perceive your reality like this, or do you see the Aquarian age trickling in, all of your dreams, your hopes, and everything you've ever wished for, right? It's a choice on how we perceive it. And the Devil is so again, do not get stuck in just enjoyment, escapism. You want to tackle this, and the only way you're going to tackle it is from going within and unplugging, and just you, Libras, like you alone with yourself, and letting those intrusive thoughts, writing them down, getting that shadow work journal, and like spending a weekend just focusing on this and clearing it. It's life-changing. It's nothing to fear. But the devil is telling me that this Page of Cups is saying that there is something here when it comes to emotional fulfillment, that either your shadow energy is tricking you into what this emotional fulfillment is or what it's supposed to be. Or again, this is indulgence. This is indulgence that comes from fear, temptation. And so like I said, there's this emotional fulfillment that we're feeling, we're getting emotionally fulfilled, but it's actually our shadow is keeping us in some outdated cycle out of fear. Like your inner child, this inner child is so fearful of expressing itself that your shadow can like keep you in a cycle of some sort of temptation or indulgence or escapism. I'm really getting escapism, especially seeing this Four of Swords. That's preventing us from the actual emotional fulfillment that comes from speaking our voice. I'm not even getting speaking, like voicing our truth. All right, in a healthy way. So let's get that empowering question. This is very empowering. So like I said, this is clearly very pivotal to who you are, the core of who you are, speaking your truth and your power into existence and getting rid of that shadow energy that is keeping you in a cycle that is not actually taking you to where you want. But you can't give your power away to other people. You can't that like victimhood energy, you can't give that to other people's actions or words. Like it all comes from within, okay? It's a lesson for all of us. How have I become me? What am I like? How have I become me? This is wonderful to ponder while you're doing shadow energy. How have I become me and what am I like? Because that's the big Shyamalan twist there, is that this is, when you do this shadow work, you might have an answer to this, and by the end of it, that answer is not what you thought. So let's get an archetypal card. This can be you or somebody else in your life. We all play characters in each other's lives. The most important part is to be the hero of your own journey, Libras, okay? So let's see what archetypal energy we got for Libra. Whoa, that flew too. Oh, this is cool. Okay. You got engineer. And look at the color association between these cards, all right? The engineer I love seeing because, like I said, I feel like you're giving too much power to other people, like I'm getting reliance. Okay, anyways. Light attributes: ability to give creative energy a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. Shadow attribute: reliance on mechanistic, whatever, solutions without regard for emotional consequences. And so again, like the hurt inner child with forceful communication, like can say something to hurt because they're hurt inside. Or like I said, when we suppress it and we're not saying our communication the way that we want, it builds that shadow energy and we're not seeing these patterns that we're but for me, this is, even though it's color associated like the most with that, this is saying like you are in control of this. The light comes from within. You are in control of giving whatever this is the expression it needs, bringing it out into the world without the fear of what happens. Just, that's actually, so it's part of the Pisces new moon. Expressing yourself exactly who you are, exactly like what makes you feel at your highest vibration without shame, guilt, fear, embarrassment. With any of those things, controlling how you express yourself emotionally. I'm getting that this is a really connection to communication when it comes to your emotions. So expressing your emotions creatively. Yes, expressing your emotions creatively is like the key to this. So poetry, music, screenwriting, art. There's something here to transmuting, like I said, and not caring how other people perceive it, because all that matters is how you perceive it, Libras. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, please do like the video, comment if it resonates in a certain way. And as always, dear Libra, shine your inner light. You've got this.